Now at 6, with only days to go before the closure of the Noel Tyson plant, we'll talk with one worker about anxiety over new beginnings. Plus, the staff at Freeman and Joplin go pink to promote breast cancer awareness. And economic and business professors look to the future of economic growth in Pittsburgh.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Friday will be the last day of production at the Tyson plant in Noel, Missouri. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. The plant was originally scheduled to close next week, but the closure was moved up to October 13th. Still, the company says team members will be paid through the 20th. The closure will leave about 1,500 people unemployed, and a lot of them are immigrants. KOAM's Fernandez Silva has more.
Yana Gonzalez moved to Neosho, Missouri from El Salvador 25 years ago. The last 5 she spent working at Tyson. In the beginning, she would cut 28 chicken wings per minute. Now, as the company is about to close its plant in Noel, and many of her co-workers have already left, she says the workload almost doubled. Currently, she cuts almost 50 chicken wings per minute. They have us, in my opinion, like I say, in modern slavery, because I have never been treated so badly in a job as they're doing now. But according to her, the increased workload is the tip of the iceberg. I take from Tyson the worst disappointment. I thank God that I had a job and the opportunity to have one. But for me, Tyson was the worst job in 25 years. According to her, some managers show no mercy toward employees, ignoring the long bathroom lines and requesting unreasonable short breaks. Gonzalez says the situation is even worse for workers who, unlike her, are undocumented. Sometimes when a Hispanic person doesn't have papers, they do what they're told. They allow themselves to be yelled at. We also reached out to Tyson, who emailed us answers to our questions. Tyson says they are committed to providing a safe and healthy workplace for all their team members. According to the company spokesperson, Tyson values its immigrants and refugee team members and provide high-paying jobs and access to legal services. Tyson also said they verified the employment eligibility of those they hire. Regarding the concern about an increased workload, Tyson says they run their processes in control and based on the number of team members available to work each shift. Gonzalez says she will continue working into the very last day, but she's hoping for a better future and opportunity ahead. I honestly am enduring a lot because I need to work and start anew. And that's where Gonzalez's focus is now, her new beginnings. In Neosho, Fernandez Silva, KOAM News.
Tomorrow, we're going to bring you the second part of the interview with Yana Gonzalez, where she shares her plans and concerns about the future. We're also going to hear what Tyson is doing to support their employees going forward. Pleasant day out there weather-wise. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it turned out to be a great Tuesday for us today. Mid-70s for highs, just about perfect, right where we should be for this time of the year. It's 70 at Monette, 76 Anderson. We have 78 in Welch. Iola is sitting at about 74 degrees. The winds haven't been bad, but these are really going to start to increase as we go through the overnight hours tonight, as we have a warm front that is going to work through. And of course, that's going to warm us up. And it's also it's going to really let the winds get moving. We do have a couple little showers, far northern counties. Besides that, we all look pretty good if you want to get outside. This evening, it looks fine. We're going to just slide back through the 70s, 60s, but we're going to hold into lower 60s tonight with that warm front. It's going to keep our temperatures up. And chances for thunderstorms in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
See you soon. Kansas will join most of the rest of our nation in observing Juneteenth as a state holiday. 28 other states and the District of Columbia already recognize Juneteenth. It marks the day in 1865 when the last enslaved people in the U.S. learned they were free. In a news release, Kansas Governor Laura Kelly says establishing the state holiday, quote, provides Kansans an opportunity to celebrate our state's diversity and honor the ongoing struggles for racial equality. Missouri has already adopted Juneteenth as a state holiday. Oklahoma and Arkansas have not. The topic of economic growth was on the table today at the Economic Outlook Conference in Pittsburgh. They invited economics and business professors from Pitt State, Wichita State, and Kansas State universities to discuss where the city stands. Those professors say that while the nation might be dealing with economic uncertainty because of inflation, the city of Pittsburgh is seeing steady growth.
I think there'll still be some strength in the farm incomes. As we look into 2024, there certainly are some headwinds. One will be the decrease in crop prices. They have fallen by about $1 to $2 a bushel over the last 6 months.
That conference was at Pitt State's Overman Student Center. Going pink made for a picture-perfect day at Freeman Health in Joplin. Freeman President and CEO Paula Baker posed for pictures with staff to promote Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The idea specifically is to promote early detection. 240,000 women in the U.S. are diagnosed with breast cancer every year. Early detection often leads to more successful treatment.
To fight breast cancer, we are offering mammograms, which are the most effective screening tool. We also have a special fund at Freeman called Helping Friends, which helps women who can't afford a mammogram get one. We know in this very community there are approximately 9,000 women who won't get a screening mammogram because of finances.
That event took place at the Freeman Women's Pavilion in Joplin. Coming up, authorities announce an update on the investigation into the death of a Southeast Kansas police dog. Plus, businesses in Joplin struggle with issues surrounding the Labette County, Kansas Sheriff's Office and the Parsons Police Department are sharing a joint update on the review of the death of a police dog. It concerns the unexplained death of the dog KOAM in August. While the Sheriff's Office continues its investigation, the Parsons Police Department has placed the canine handler on administrative leave and opened a personnel investigation to determine if any policy or work rules were violated. The handler is represented by private counsel and has been interviewed by the Sheriff's Office along with other individuals. The memorial service for Canine KOAM will be at City Hall in the Municipal Auditorium. The date and time to be announced later. Businesses in Joplin are feeling the impact the homeless population is having on the community. KOAM's Amber Jenkins spoke to some business owners on 32nd Street after recent vandalism in that area.
Joplin Greenhouse and Coffee Shop was recently vandalized by someone who broke the glass door with rocks. Police have since arrested a homeless woman in that case, but the shop owner wasn't surprised. He's familiar with this issue.
And then we need to distinguish between who's a panhandler and who's a true homeless person that really needs to be loved on.
Although the businesses are thankful for the police patrolling the area, they also want to see action from city leaders.
The city of Joplin, the leaders in Joplin need to partner with these people like the Water Gardens, Vita Nova Village. There's a lot of places out there that have resources.
The Souls Harbor, but they go to capacity too. And those people that don't want to be there, they choose to be on the street and make crimes, do crimes like they have here, again, 3 times in 18 months.
Joplin Greenhouse and Coffee Shop aren't the only ones dealing with these issues. Workers at the nearby shopping plaza say that situations like these are becoming far too common.
Because we got to go in and repair everything what they break, and we don't mind them coming in, but to respect the place, that's all what we ask. They don't.
Any deterrent we can use to stop it and then help those people down the road to rehabilitate or not, get them on down the road.
Reporting in Joplin, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
The owner of Joplin Greenhouse wants to remind everyone that certainly not all who struggle with homelessness are criminals. A little bit later, it's Media Day for MIAA basketball, and KOAM's Brock Baldridge has details coming up in sports.
Plus, we're going to warm up even a little bit more, plus windy. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, definitely turned out to be a nice one for us today. Mid-70s for highs, quite a bit of sunshine, really right about where we should be for this time of the year. And it looks pretty good right now. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Clear skies, that's what, in general, we're going to see as we go through the evening. All right, 72 Nevada, 73 in Neosho. Miami at 77, Pittsburgh 73. Chanute is sitting at about 75 degrees. We can go outside. Here's 7th. Here's range line. Sitting at 73 east. Southeasterly winds at about 10. Our winds are going to slowly start to crank up as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight due to a warm front that is lifting through. So that's going to keep our temperatures up, but also, especially once we get on the south side of the front, our winds are going to start to pick up just a bit. If you are getting out this evening, we fall back through the 70s into the 60s, but we stay into the lower 60s during the overnight hours tonight. We do have a few clouds, a couple little light showers, light sprinkles kind of skirting our northern counties north of Nevada and El Dorado Springs, Butler, just north of Stockton Lake. And this is due to our warm front that is lifting in. So this is along and north of the front. If we go out to the west, here's the beginnings of our storm system. It's really starting to dig into the western plains. You can see that twist off the coast of Canada near Vancouver. But that system will change our weather up as we go through the next few days. All right, let's go through time. Tonight's fine, lower 60s. The winds pick up tomorrow. We get into the mid-70s by noon. Most of us topping out right around 80 to about 82. 80 in Lamar, 80 in Anderson. 79 Bonita, Chanute, up to about 82 degrees. Tomorrow night, we back down only into lower 60s. Once again, stays breezy. On Thursday, much of the same. Carbon copy, 80 to 82, mild and windy. Thursday night, here comes our cold front. Some scattered thunderstorms. Now, most of them are going to stay north, kind of toward Kansas City, but we are going to be on the southern extent of these storms, so we are going to get some scattered thunderstorms in here, especially after midnight, continuing to work through into Friday morning and then gone. So the better chance for thunderstorms will be along the north of I-44 again on Thursday night, and then that's going to cool us down just a bit. All right, day planner for your morning, 64 to start, 77 by noon. High temp right around 85 degrees during the afternoon. Here come the winds increasing, so we're going to have gusts near 30 for us tomorrow, and then kind of in that 25 to 35 mile per hour range once again by the time we head into Thursday. So wind forecast, if you have your trash can outside, could be knocked over, should stay in place, but definitely windy enough to move it around just a little bit. And behind this system, cooler temperatures move right back in for the weekend. All right, 81s Wednesday, Thursday, warm and windy. Some overnight thunderstorms Thursday night into Friday morning, a high of 69. And then look at our temps, low to mid 60s through the weekend. We're going to stay nice and partly sunny skies. Kind of chilly at night, overnight lows near 40 degrees.
Even the highs won't be warm exactly. It'll be jacket weather, but it'll be pleasant.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty nice.
Thanks, Chad. Hey, we continue our look at festive fall locations with a trip to the Wood Farms Pumpkin Patch in Crawford County. This year, the 18-year-old pumpkin patch features a 3-lane fun slide, giant pumpkin bounce pad, wagon rides, a 100-foot-long zip line, pumpkin bowling, tire mountain, a lot more. Wood Farms produces more than just fun and pumpkins. The owner wants people to know the farm produces education as well.
It's just the agriculture and understanding, where food and crops come from. We had a field trip last week and the teacher was so excited to be able to show the kids the various stages of the pumpkins growing, because at least half of her class thought pumpkins grew on a tree. So to learn that they actually grew on a vine, just priceless.
Admission is $8 per person. Kids under 2 get in free. Fun fact, pumpkins are a squash, so they are in fact a fruit and do not grow on trees. Still ahead, Missouri Southern and Pitt State basketball participated in the MIAA Media Day. Hear from the men's and women's teams from both schools. That and more up next.
College basketball season is exactly a month away here in the 4 states. It's MIAA Media Day, and our sports reporter Brock Baldridge has more on the season outlook for the Lions and Gorillas this coming year.
Well, can you believe it? The college basketball season is just around the corner. We're here in Kansas City at the College Basketball Experience, where we got to speak with Pittsburgh State and Missouri Southern head coaches from both men's and women's teams about the outlook on their season.
We got 5 out of our top 6 scorers back, 4 starters back. So, and before last year, I never coached any of those guys besides Christian Bundy. So, to have a whole year under our belt, that really helps us with just because I know how to coach them. They know me. They know what I want. They know what I prefer. So, it can only help, and that experience from last year is really going to catapult us.
This group has really grown, and we've kind of come together from that trip, and we're just trying to use that to build some experience off of the freshmen and give them kind of a look at what this year will look at. And I think they're really taking the opportunity to grow in themselves and get to know us a little better. And we really like them, and I think we mesh really well together. And so we're looking forward to what we can do this season.
Should be really exciting. We're only 1 month away now from both our men's and our women's team from tipping off for the regular season. In Kansas City, Brock Baldridge, KOAM Sports.
And we'll have more from Kansas City tonight at 10. We'll hear from the Missouri Southern women's team along with the Pitt State men. We've also got the full interviews from this afternoon with players and coaches from all 4 of those teams on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Now, taking a look at the preseason polls, which get released this morning, coinciding with Media Day. On the women's side, Pittsburgh State finishes 3rd in the media poll, along with receiving 1 first-place vote. Missouri Southern down at number 7. Coaches have a little more faith in the Lions. They jump up to 5 in the coaches poll, with the Gorillas staying at the 3 spot. Over to the men's side, Missouri Southern coming in at the 5 spot, bringing back plenty of talent from a year ago, like you heard head coach Jeff McMahon talk about. Meanwhile, Jeff Boschee, his group not nearly as highly ranked. Gorillas down in the 11th spot in the preseason poll. Same spot for both of them in the coaches poll, and Northwest gets 19 of the 21 first place votes. Then over to high school volleyball tonight in Missouri. Senior night at Carl Junction High School. The Bulldogs enter the evening 22-7-2. COC battle against Carthage, who's 1 match below 500 at 13-14 on the season. We're exactly a week away from district tournament time. We'll have highlights of this one tonight at 10. And it feels weird that we're already talking basketball. I feel like football season just started, but definitely exciting time of the year too.
It's that time of year when not only do we have those sports, but we also have Major League Baseball playoffs and, of course, volleyball, as you mentioned. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. Republicans and Democrats come together in Miami, Oklahoma for a human trafficking awareness event. Plus, Joplin Schools announced the 2023 class of its Hall of Fame and it's World Mental Health Day. We're going to have tips for parents and caretakers to help kids improve their mental health. Those stories, a lot more, of course. It's all coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Hey, and don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. You can get weather updates sent right to your phone that's right there in your hand or pocket. Doesn't cost a thing. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Again, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. The sun now setting on another beautiful autumn day in the States.
It's turned out to be a great evening once again. Our temperature is not as chilly tonight. We're going to hold into lower 60s. I was working on the blog, of course, so I forgot to put the 7-day. But 81 for us the next 2 days. The winds really pick up, too.
It'll happen this time of year. My trash can will be tipped over.
There you go.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.